Hey guys! So today's video is going to be about my current favorites. I was gonna do like a May favorites, but it's already like a week and a bit into June, so kind of late on there. But I thought I would just discuss what I'm loving at the moment, my kind of summer, spring favorites. So let's get started. So first I will discuss the lipsticks that I'm loving at the moment. I'm sure you've heard me mention it before. I only have two from the collection, but my favorite lipsticks at the moment are from Bite Beauty, and they are the Amuse Bouche lipsticks. They reformulated their kind of original formula and came out with the Amuse Bouche lipsticks. And I was kind of skeptical at first because the original formula was nice. I have one lipstick in that formula, but it didn't have very good staying power. So it was really comfortable, a little sheer, but the staying power wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. So I ended up going and buying one from the collection because I heard a lot of really good reviews on it. So the first one that I picked up was Honeycomb, which is this nude color, and I swatched it on my hand first and it looked gorgeous, obviously. And when I wore it the first time after I bought it, holy crap, I was so impressed. The lipstick was comfortable, it stayed all day, and there's always a problem with nude lipsticks, I find, not being able to stay all day because it's such a light color, so there's less pigment, I believe. So usually nude lipsticks come off, you know, as soon as you eat, whatever. But this color stayed all day, and what's nice about it is you can reapply if you need to. Of course it's going to wear off a little bit, but you know sometimes how when you reapply lipstick it kind of gathers up and doesn't like reapply smoothly. This one you can reapply it and it looks just as good as when you first put it on. So then I ended up picking another color from the collection, of course, kind of another nude, and the next shade that I picked up was Sake, which is kind of a mauve pink color. It looks darker on camera just because of my lighting, but yeah, I was equally as impressed with this one. I'm looking forward to getting more from the collection. I really like these lipsticks. They have a really good color range. They're also permanent, so you don't have to worry about running out of certain colors. I know they came out with I think it was a summer collection, and those ones are not permanent. Those ones are limited edition, but they're different kind of colors, but the same formula. And yeah, I think maybe they'll come out with certain limited edition colors per season, but these two that I have right here are permanent. My next lipstick favorites are two pinks. In the spring and summer, I love wearing pink lipstick, just like in the fall how you like wearing kind of darker fall colors. In the summer, pink is my jam because my hair gets really bright blonde and I think the pink looks really good with it. So first of all is the NARS lipstick shade in, I believe this one. This one's Angela. This one is kind of like a berry toned pink. So that's it swatched right there. Again, it's a little bit orange on camera just because of my lighting. It's cooler toned in person. The Audacious lipsticks are, again, some of my favorite lipsticks. They are long wearing. They have a little bit more of a sheen on them than the Bite ones, but they're super comfortable. And then my next pink, for example, is the MAC shade in Be Silly. I think this one is permanent. I know it came out with one of their collections a little while ago. So this one right here is Be Silly. I love this pink. It's bright, it's long wearing, it's a matte shade, so it's a little bit more drying. So I just decided to show you the swatches better on my arm in natural lighting. So this one is Angela by NARS. This one is Be Silly by MAC. Honeycomb by Bite Beauty. Oh god, excuse my nails, they're disgusting. And this one is Sake by Bite Beauty. So those are the four lipsticks that I talk about. I have two blushes to talk about. One is from Becca, and it is the shade Wild Honey, and it's a bronze blush shade. You can wear it as a bronzer. It's a little bit pigmented. Well, it's not a little bit pigmented, it is pigmented. So as a blush, as a bronzer, I don't know if it would be a little bit too pigmented. You know how bronzer, you just kind of want to warm up the face a little bit. This is Wild Honey. It looks exactly like a bronzer in the pan, obviously, but it's gorgeous. I have it on today. It just warms up the face. It works really good in summer because it Works well with bronzer. If you want to have a bronze face, you put on a little bit of bronzer, you put this on as your blush, and it really warms up your face altogether. If you don't want to wear a bronzer as a blush, I mean, you can, but I like using this with my bronzer as a blush in the summer. So my next blush favorite is this blush by MAC. It's in the shade Petal Power. I think it's a permanent item. I'm not sure if it's limited edition. You never really can tell with MAC. But this one is a mineralized blush, so it is baked, I believe. And it's a really pretty pink with gold flecks in it. So this one is definitely not a matte blush. It's really going to show on your cheeks as a golden pink color. I like wearing this on days that I don't want to wear bronzer. It just gives a really summery kind of pop to your cheeks and makes, you know, gives you that cute little kind of pink cheeky look. I don't know. You don't even have to wear a highlight with this because it does have quite a bit of shimmer in it, so I love this one. And then next, my favorite bronzer for summer is the Terracotta bronzer by Guerlain. So what color am I? I'm Terracotta 3. I think there's different numbers for terracotta. There is a fly. Excuse me. Yeah. I think there's different numbers for the terracotta collection, so it's not just one blush or one bronzer that's going to be called terracotta. There's different shades in the terracotta line. So yeah, I love this bronzer. It has a tiny bit of sheen to it, but nothing too extravagant. You're really not going to notice on your cheeks. It just kind of brings a little bit more life to your face. And this is quite pigmented, so a little goes a long way. I know when I first did it, it would make me look a tiny bit muddy, but if you just be careful, don't put too much on your brush, work it into your cheeks, it is one of the best bronzers. It really makes you look alive and summery. It's gorgeous in the summer, you know, because we all want to look bronze, even though we're outside tanning anyways, but we gotta amplify the bronze, you know. But anyways, I love this one. I have two brush favorites for the month. So with the bronzer, I like using the Morphe MB31. I'll use this with the Guerlain bronzer, with my Too Faced bronzer, it doesn't really matter. So this is a really densely packed synthetic blush brush. It's slightly angled, and I just like, you can't really move it around much since it's so dense, but I kind of just take the bronzer and tap it and then slightly pull up my cheekbones, and it doesn't give you that defined bronzer look, but that's not particularly what I want in the summer. In the summer I want a diffused, fully bronzed face, not as much as a contoured face. So that's what I like about this brush. And then the second brush is a brush by Crown Brushes. It's the C105 Tapered blush. I don't use this one for blush. I use this for matte highlighter. So what I'll do is take my Kat Von D or Anastasia contour kit. With the highlight shades, I will contour obviously, or sorry, I will contour, and then with the highlight shades, I will take this and just define my highlight. So define my contour, so take the highlight shades and just dust them right below my cheekbone, and I feel like it carves out my contour really nicely. So I have one shadow favorite right now. For shadows in the summer, I usually stick to kind of lighter shadows, brown shadows. I don't wear as much makeup, obviously. I like wearing just a really pretty winged liner, lashes, and pink lips. That's one of my favorite looks for the summer. But when I do wear eyeshadow, lately I've just been sticking with some matte browns in my crease, and then I'll put the Kat Von D Thunderstruck Metal Crush eyeshadow on my eyelid, and I'm good to go. It's a really easy eye look. For example, I'll use like MAC Soft Brown Makeup Peak Latte and then stick this right on the lid, and it's a really pretty easy look. For a perfume favorite of the month, I've been loving the YSL Black Opium. It's a sweet scent with a slight kind of, I don't know, it says online it's got coffee scent to it, and you do kind of smell that. It's a very low undertone, but it smells like, I'm trying to think what it reminds me of. It's like pink sugar, but the adult version. When I was younger, I always used to wear pink sugar. I'm sure a lot of you did, but obviously, I mean, if you still wear it now, that's awesome. I don't really like the scent now. It's a little bit too sweet for me. But this one is a little bit more mature and sophisticated, but still has that sweet kind of sultry scent to it. So I've been loving this one, and I also like how I don't tend to finish perfumes, and then if I don't, they tend to go bad after like 2 years of having them, right? So the scent changes. So I like how YSL came out with this bottle. Roller balls, I find kind of don't put as much scent on as you want, and a spray would give you, obviously, right? So I like how YSL came out with this bottle. It's a spray bottle. It's smaller than a regular perfume bottle, and I will finish this so then I can obviously buy another one and it won't go bad since I haven't used it. I thought I'd discuss a couple food favorites for the month because I love watching favorites videos when everyone talks about their food as well, because who doesn't want to know what people eat? I do. That sounds creepy. Whatever. So I'm a vegetarian and I'm always looking for new vegetarian foods to try. There's some that are really good, there's some that are not so good that I've tried, but I'm obsessed with the packages in the fridge, but I just took the cover from it. The Tofurky, I love the name, right? Meatless Italian style tofu sausage. So these are so good. They are juicy. That sounds so weird coming from a tofu sausage, but they're super easy to cook as well. Honestly, you just throw them in a pan and just kind of like roll them around slowly so that they cooks all the sides. And I chop it up and put it in pasta, in rice, eat it on its own. It's a little bit spicy, but not too spicy, and I'm not the type of person who really likes spicy foods. So yeah, this is so delicious, and if you're vegetarian or if you're not vegetarian, I promise people that are not vegetarian need to try this because it's so good and they'll be really, really surprised. And then my next food favorite, as I've already dug into the bag, crispy minis. I love potato chips. I like snacking on potato chips. But I also love crispy minis because they're better for you than potato chips. And my favorite is the sweet chili flavor or the dill pickle flavor. These ones are ketchup. But what's really bad though is I can eat like a whole bag of these in one sitting. But they're a really yummy snack food. I love snacking on these, and they're pretty cheap too. So they're like, I don't know, a buck at Walmart, which is cheaper than chips usually. So I love snacking on crispy minis. And then my last food favorite is a coffee whitener. It is the So Delicious coconut milk coffee whitener for coffee. It's like coconut milk, but I think it's got a couple coconut base, which is filtered water, coconut cream, cane sugar, Guerlain gum. So it does work a little bit better in your coffee than coconut milk, since coconut milk can kind of water it down a little bit. This helps it stay creamy. It does have a little bit of that coconut tang to it. People that have had coconut milk kind of know what I mean. It's got that coconut aftertaste. I don't know, it's not bad, but it does taste slightly different than milk, obviously, because it's not milk. But I like this. I also like the, I think it's a So Good vanilla coffee whitener. That one's really good as well. But I'm not vegan, but I like choosing non-dairy options just because why not, right? If I can, if I like it. It's better to be a little bit more conscious that way, in my opinion. So yeah, I love having this in my coffee. I love coffee, so this is really good in it. And I'm a coffee, like, I don't know, stickler or whatever. I don't like weak coffee. I like strong, bold flavored coffee, and this doesn't water it down or change the flavor at all. So yeah, I've been loving this as well. Those are all my current favorites at the moment. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope I didn't talk too much, and I hope I wasn't snuffly because of my allergies. But anyways, besides the point, I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back with a new video when I can, and thanks for watching. Bye!